In today's video, we're going to see the blood and its component. Let's keep going. So the blood is made of plasma and formed elements. The plasma is the liquid part of the blood. Here you can see it has a yellowish colors and it is formed mainly of water, but there is also a lot of other elements like protein, we have mineral, we have uh, electrolytes, etc., dissolve into the plasma. So it is a solution which is mixed with a lot of things. And we have the portion of water in plasma is 92%, and the rest is for the other elements. One main element is albumin, which is the main uh, protein of plasma, and also fibrinogen, which is of a protein that is used in the clotting process of the blood. And we have also the blood is formed with 45% of formed element, the formed element which are the cells or fragment of cells which are in the cell in the blood. We have those fragments are red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, and also the plant platelets or thrombocytes. The red blood cells, it functions is to transport oxygen. That is why it has a biconcave form. It doesn't have any nucleus or mitochondria, which we know that mitochondria uses oxygen to produce ATP, energy in form of ATP. So the red blood cells, because its function is to carry that oxygen, so it is not really convenient that it uses that oxygen. So that's why it doesn't have any mitochondria, and it rely exclusively on other function to um, get to transform that oxygen to the whole body. So we get the oxygen from the lung and it would pump, it get pumps by the heart to the body and in a cycle. We have the white blood cell, which we're going to talk about separately. The white blood cells, their function is to participate in the defense mechanism of the body. And we have the platelets or thrombocytes. They also play a huge role into the clotting of blood. So let's keep going. So the white blood cells are divided into two main categories. We have the granulocytes and the agranulocytes. The granulocytes, which are the neutrophil, the eosinophil, and basophil. The agranulocytes, which are the lymphocytes, and also the monocytes. The neutrophils, which are the most abundant white blood cells in our body, they represent 55 to 70% of our white blood cells. So that's why in a blood smear, if you're looking at something that looks like a red blood cell, is probably a neutrophil because they are really abundant in our blood. And their function is to phagocytize bacteria, and also they have other function. And we have the eosinophils. The eosinophils, they here also they phagocytize the um, antigen and antibodies complex. We have the basophils. The basophil, they produce histamine and heparin. The histamine, which is a vasodilator, which allows blood to flow more freely, and we have the heparin, which is anticoagulant, which prevents blood from clotting. We have the lymphocytes, which the basophils. I forgot to say they represent 0.5 to 1% of our red blood cells of our body. And we have the lymphocytes, 20% to 40%, like I said before, they have a lot of roles, and there's two main of them. We have the lymphocyte T and B. They coordinate the um immunization system. They kill cancer cells. They play a role also into destroying viruses and stuff like that. They flag cells that doesn't belong to our body, and we have the monocytes, which are the biggest white blood cells. They represent 2 to 8% of our white blood cells, and their function is also they transform into macrophage, which are huge cells which phagocytize. Um, they phagocytize also other white blood cells, as in like neutrophils, and monocytes also um, they produce substance or and how do you call them again? Proteins that destroys worm and stuff like that in our body. So this is all for white blood cells. Um, Thank you for watching.